This is the perfect push day, effectively and efficiently targeting your chest, your side delts, and your triceps. We're going to kick things off with an incline dumbbell press, targeting your upper clavicular chest. Keep your elbows more tucked as opposed to flared here. That's going to allow you to lengthen the pec more at the bottom of the movement. And as you press, think about pressing up and back at a slight angle over your face. Hitting these hard in the 5 to 9 rep range at an RPE of 9 or 10. Onto a flat dumbbell press, now targeting our mid-sternal chest in a more lengthened position. Really focus on slowing down and controlling the negative here and go as deep as you can to fully lengthen that pec. Hitting this one as well in the 5 to 9 rep range. Moving on to a chest fly, now targeting our mid-sternal chest again, but this time in a more shortened position. We want to make sure we have a significant bend in those elbows on the negative here. That's going to ensure that tension stays on that pec. Fly forward and think about bringing your elbows together at the top of the movement, squeezing and holding that contraction with your chest. We're going to superset the next two movements, starting with a standard dumbbell lateral raise targeting our side delts. Think about sweeping the weight out away from you in an arc, raising the dumbbells up in the scapular plane, keeping your elbow in front of your shoulder and your wrist in front of your elbow. Hitting that for 6 to 10 reps and then immediately moving into heavy partials. We're going to perform these just like a normal lateral raise. You just shouldn't be able to lift it higher than a quarter to a half rep. Control the weight, resist the urge to use momentum to swing the dumbbells up. Next, we're going to do a tricep row press down targeting the long head of our triceps. Take a few steps away from the cable machine, lean forward in your upper body slightly, keep your shoulders back and be sure to flare your elbows at a 30-degree angle off your torso. Lock everything into place and from here extend your arms until they're completely straight. Squeeze and hold that contraction for a second before letting the weight come back down. Hitting these in the 6 to 10 rep range and then immediately moving into a half kneeling push down. Kneel down and keep your elbows comfortably flared, lock them into place. From here, extend your arms driving to the base of your palms until you reach full elbow extension, taking these to complete failure including partial reps. This is the perfect pull day, targeting your upper back, your lats, and biceps effectively. Kicking things off with a chest-supported high row. This is an S-tier movement that's going to target your entire upper back, your rhomboids, your rear delts, and your lower traps. Allow your shoulders to round forward on the negative here, and as you pull, make sure your elbows are flared somewhere between a 45-degree angle and completely flared. Hitting these in the 5 to 9 rep range. Staying right where we are, we're going to hit an AMRAP set of Kelso shrugs in this position. This is going to finish off that upper back, hitting your upper traps. Next, a unilateral low row, targeting your upper lats. Doing these unilaterally, so one side at a time, using my non-working arm to brace on the machine. Be sure to keep your elbow tucked tight at your side here. That's going to ensure that you're targeting your lats. If you were to flare your elbow out, you're going to start to target more of your upper back. Hitting these in the 7 to 10 rep range. Next, a neutral grip pull down to target our lower iliac lats. We're going to look for an attachment here that puts our hands in a neutral grip position right at around shoulder width. Now, if you can only grab a mag bar, that's going to work fine. Just do your best to try to keep your elbows tight to your side. As you pull, think about driving your elbows down and back towards your hips. Hitting these for 7 to 10 reps. Moving on to biceps now, we're going to hit a cable curl targeting both the short and long head. For these, we're going to face away from the cable machine, feeding that cable between our legs. Doing this is going to create the most tension in the lengthen to mid position, somewhere between 60 and 90 degrees where your biceps have the most leverage. Curl up to that 90-degree marker just a bit higher, and then control the weight on the way back down, hitting these in the 6 to 9 rep range. And finally, a DB hammer curl targeting the brachialis. Maintain a neutral grip here as you curl, thumbs to the ceiling, and squeeze and flex that elbow at the top. You can internally rotate your shoulders slightly here and curl at an angle towards the center of your body. Avoid using momentum here and slow down and control the eccentric. Hitting these in the 7 to 10 rep range.
If you're looking to build muscle, make sure you're doing this. Take more time in between your sets. Stop moving so fast and only taking 30 to 60 seconds in between your exercises. You're not trying to audition and become the road runner. There is plenty of research showing that more rest time in between your sets leads to more hypertrophy. The ideal rest time I would go with is 90 seconds. And for your compound strength movements, I'd recommend 2 minutes or more. This is going to maximize your recovery in between your sets, so you can then maximize your weight for reps during your entire workout, which is going to lead to more growth. So unless your goal is to be super skinny or you want to work on your endurance, I need you to stop playing around and start taking more rest time. Let's go.
Here's how you can build the thickest upper back that you possibly can. Put these 4 methods to the test and watch the growth. First, deadlifts. I don't care what anybody else says, these can help develop your back. Although you might be focused on training your lower body, your spinal erectors and traps are working to stabilize your spine. Next, the teres major. Great for adding width, but depending on the angle at which you view it, I think it's underrated for giving you a thicker looking back as well. So, pull-ups or pull-downs with your arms outside of shoulder width. The first half of the movement targets them the most. Now, let's talk about the lower traps and a muscle called the infraspinatus. For muscle growth, don't really worry about targeting them directly. You'll hit them vicariously when you're training other muscles, because their job is largely to stabilize, like the erectors do on deadlift. Finally, the entire yoke of your upper back, a chest-supported row, allowing your shoulder blades to be pulled down, rounding at the bottom, fully retracting at the top. You can also perform horizontal shrugs at the end of a set to save time, or do them on their own.
If your goal is to build muscle in your shoulders, chest, and triceps, then try this push workout in your next lift. We start with incline Smith machine chest press. This allows you to load heavy weight while still being able to reach full failure without a spotter. 99% of people lack in the upper chest region, so we started off first. Make sure you're 1 rep away from absolute failure. Exercise number 2 is the dual cable lateral raise. While many people tend to vouch for dumbbell lateral raises, which certainly have their place, cables allow for a more uniform resistance profile, continuing the load even in the lengthened position, unlike dumbbells. Exercise number 3 is more traditional chest press. This allows you to load a lot more weight and is a great segue into the next exercise. Tricep extensions with the long rope. We'll do both a traditional and over the head variation for emphasis on both the long head and short head. To finish it up, we'll implement some low to high flies. These engage both the upper chest and front delt, making for the perfect finisher. For complete workout protocols, programs are in my bio.
So you're new to the gym, you don't know what you're doing, and you're probably afraid of looking dumb. Not a problem. Everybody has to start somewhere, and I'm here to help you out. This is the Beginner's Gym Blueprint 5-day split. So here I'm going to be covering a 5-day split, which basically means you're going to be training 5 days out of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Each one of those days, you want to train a different muscle group. Day 1, chest and triceps. Okay, so here we're going to start out with flat bench. You want to control the bar on the way down. Make sure to touch your chest and then drive it all the way back up. Then incline bench press. Make sure to keep your elbows under the bar here and execute just like flat bench. Next, pec deck. Keep your arms slightly bent and pretend like you're hugging a tree. Touch your knuckles together at the top. Finish with rope pushdowns. Flare the rope out at the bottom and pause before coming back up. Day 2, back and biceps. First, lat pull down. Lean back slightly, pull to your upper chest, and squeeze with your lats on the way down. Then Smith machine barbell row. Grip just outside your knees, row low towards your belt line. Next, hammer curls. Keep your wrists neutral and curl straight up to your shoulders. Finish with preacher curls. Let your arms fully extend at the bottom before curling back up. Day 3, legs. First, we're going to start with goblet squats. Hold the dumbbell close to your chest and squat as low as your hips allow. Then hamstring curls. Keep your hips down and move only your lower legs. Drive it up. Next, step ups. Use a box just below knee height and push through your front foot only. Finish with the Smith machine calf raises. Stand on the plate, drop your heels low, then raise all the way back up. Flex at the top. Day 4, shoulders and abs. First, shoulder press machine. Keep your elbows under the handles, drive up, pause at the top, and lower it down slow. Then lateral raises. Raise to shoulder height, lead with your elbows, not your hands. Next, bend over reverse flies. Keep your chest down and arms in line with your shoulders. Finish with hanging leg raises. Keep your legs straight and lift to hip height or higher. If you can't do these, just do knee raises. Day 5, arms. First, close grip bench press. Grip just inside shoulder width. Keep your elbows tucked as you press. Then alternating dumbbell curls. Keep your wrists supinated. Don't let it go back to neutral. Control it on the way up, squeeze at the top, and lower it slow back down. Next, skull crushers. Lower the bar to the top of your forehead and extend without moving your elbows all the way back up. Finish with cable curls. Keep your elbows pinned to your sides and curl all the way up, contract at the top, and lower it back down slow. Follow this 5-day blueprint and watch yourself grow. Tell me in the comments what blueprint you'd like to see next.
If you want to build a back as wide as a Boeing 747, yes, the fucking airplane, then you need to do my upper back focus workout right here and make sure to save it for later. We're starting off with a wide grip pull down. 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. And Ripley's, believe it or not, this exercise actually hits more of your upper back than it does hit your lats. After this, we're going to be moving into a pronated grip hammer row. 3 sets, 10 to 12 reps. Hold a contraction for 2 seconds each rep and control that negative to really feel your muscles working. We're going to be doing a incline bench dumbbell seal row. 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps. Really allow your scapula and shoulders to round forward every rep to get a big stretch on your muscle before you drive your elbows back up. Bent over barbell row, 3 sets by 10 reps. And we're going to be supersetting this one with a wide grip pull up, and you can use the assisted if you need. At this point I needed to because I wanted to go slow and controlled and get a good contraction every single rep. Then we're going to be doing a cable pullover, 3 sets, 15 to 20 reps. One of my favorite ways to finish off a back workout. If you've been following my page, you already know that. And that's it for back. I hit a little bit of biceps too, preacher curl machine, 4 sets, 8 reps. And for every full rep, I did a half rep in between. This absolutely fucking kills. Give it a shot, boys. You're going to love it, and make sure to save the workout for later.
If you use one arm to perform landmine rows like this, you'll primarily work the lats. If you use two arms with a V handle and do landmine rows like this, you'll work more of the middle to lower traps while still engaging the lats. If you hold the barbell sleeve and perform landmine rows like this, you'll work the rear delts and the upper to middle traps.
Y'all trying to grow your biceps, man? I got a circuit for y'all. You want to start out with alternating curls doing 10 reps. Then you're going to go directly into these unison curls for 10 reps. Then you're going to do the same thing, but with hammer curls this time. So alternating hammer curls, 10 reps. Then you're going to do the unison hammer curls, 10 reps. Then you're going to end with some easy bar curls for 10 reps. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. Bet you go home and your girl notice your biceps, man.